Hi folks, I hope you're all keeping well. I'm just about to go over to the Say No protest here at the Garden of Remembrance. So if you could kindly let me know that you can hear me okay, I'd be absolutely delighted. I'd like to be able to put my iPhone... Hi Fergus. Tracy. Hi.
But I don't care. Thanks. Oh, Jesus. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Hi,
Tracy. How are you keeping? I was watching you today to get a few tips.
Oh.
I would have loved to see much better turned out. You're not to worry. Hello.
We follow each other.
Oh, do we? Hi. Yeah, I know.
Oh, sure, even leaving my house this morning, the blue skies and a whole lot.
What's the plan of action then? You're walking down the road.
Now, we're going to give it to 2:05. We have our speakers and stuff there ready to go. So we're going to decide this thing, which I really think we'll have to put the numbers here great. Or if we get a bit of a burst, we're going to head down to the custom house. What do you think?
Walking is great when you have the numbers. It looks great.
It
when
looks
you don't have the numbers.
That's it, Tracy, and we don't have the numbers. And I think if we gather here, at least we can make videos and maybe make a
Well,
look.
there's enough heads here too to make it look.
Here's the girls. Love it. So, I think set up here. I think set up.
What's the time anyway? Gonna hand down the shit.
Yeah, no, we need to talk about something very serious that happened to me. My iPhone was stolen by two people you know very well. Yeah, so they would have attended the Christmas party. No, they cancelled it.
A territorial rock
I want to tell you, next time it's open, but like you have to like swear not to tell anyone. Like Tracy, I believe was intentionally going to work as a team together. And
Would it be people that I'd be close to?
see, I'm not sure.
Who's close to
Exactly.
him?
I don't know who's close to him, but all I know is that I was definitely attacked the next day as well. I was getting my belongings back. So this guy dragged me into a bush and tried to rape me twice. Yes. They took it from the parents, two of them. You know,
They're part of this community.
Yeah, they are. One of them's from the country and one of them is a Dubliner. Now, one of them was at your Christmas party the year before, and you know him really, really well. So it's like Michael has been asking me all along, who are they? But I'd like to just sit
I know.
down
Yeah.
and tell you, you know, but it's going to be heartbreaking when I find out who they are. Now, one of them is gone by a fake name, so I'm giving you a little bit of a clue.
He was like a
He's the one who tried
territorial
to rape
dog.
me
He
twice.
was like
He
a
tried to
lion.
rape me, then tried to rape me again in broad daylight. And had
I know what I done was wrong. I left my umbrella, but I didn't put it on the bike rack. I said, I'd rather leave it in the bike rack. I said, "Stop." He said, yes, I am, and don't argue with me.
Now they could have saved all my data, you know, my voice phones, videos, all of that, just to get a bit of dirt on me. You know, like I'm a little girl, very sweet and all, but cross me there's another side, you know what I mean? Like I'm not
You shouldn't let them away with it. It doesn't matter what spectrum they're on. Nobody gets away with that shit. It doesn't matter who they are. You know,
see, it's complicated because you and Michael know them, so I didn't want to cause any division.
no, of course, yeah.
Someone put him in the you know, he still has it there, you know.
Accepting them.
Thank you. Because I've been going through hell the last year. I just don't
You know, and he still has it
and then I had to investigate the response. I couldn't go to the guards and find out what his name is, but I give them a fake
You've got your rule.
They would have done a background check.
And they wouldn't have been, yeah.
Identified them. So anyway, I say no more on the matter. It's been a tough year. My hair has fallen out all over stress. But now we just we're trying to trace
Yeah, and the might pick on me if I didn't wear that.
I know you're from the country.
I'm from the city, so I am. Yeah, we just moved out the country. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I don't care what you call anybody, you know.
And I'm so sorry that I have to tell you this. No.
In a wheelchair place, you know, that's like parking in a wheelchair.
And I was very tempted to ring you and tell you, but I don't like being on the phone.
I'm exactly the same. exactly the same. Yeah. I don't have WhatsApp. Yeah.
You'd be highly in
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little walk around.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I'll go like.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even like.
Very
just trying to think
aggressive,
now when
very
the next time-
territorial.
I'm probably not going to be in Dublin for a while, so
I'll come to you.
like we should. Like I'll text you.
He
And
was
we
just
and we'll organise something.
That was hate speech.
Hi everybody. We have a lovely turnout here today. Lots of familiar faces. I was just speaking to the lovely Tracy O'Matney. So I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can all see. The dictatorship agenda by the government, the rainbow flags akin to swastika being paraded above our flag, that true men and women died for the curriculum change for children is teachers grooming the innocent into their evil ways for their sick ends, for their new world order. Your children are their retirement package when they're... I don't really understand what it says there. With our organs, it's an incentive for the government health care system to kill. We're all taken out. We are their harvest. It's a big pharmaceutical industry via the WHO, and governments wake up. The Greens, the Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, etc. Revolution may be the only way to get them out of power. Thank you for writing that. If they father out of the Constitution to replace with durable relationships, this affects the mother-father bond. Unknown effects to the God-given rights that our funding fathers gave us with their blood and freedoms. Thank you so much. I hope you're keeping well. Hi. Hi, Jeremy. How's it going? Good to see you. Good. Sorry about that, my big dirty leads. Oh, sure, you know what, I'm sorry there isn't like a much bigger turnout. I just wanted a lot more, but still, there's still a good amount here anyway, you know. How do you keep up your good work until there?
Yeah, we're going well up there. You know, what people staying out all night, every night and all that, so. I'm in the junction, so we'll see how that plays out.
And like, do you really think, like, I know everyone, I would say, do you think it is a military operation?
Anyway, and the way it's all lined up and all that, like, you know, and then there's at the top, military, it looks like headphones. I don't know. Yeah. It's very military style. It's not family orientated, is it?
Do you think they're going to have a whole load of foreigners that might possibly join? I could see a lot of violence breaking out because their people aren't going to put up with that.
No, they're not.
Which I back them all the way, you know.
Well, why aren't they putting in, like, if they want to put the families, would you think they'd be putting in a play area, at least a crane, not something like that, like,
No,
if it's families, like, you know what I mean?
It's really sinister, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what
but
I mean?
I've been loving all the footage so far anyway.
That's great, yeah, it's great.
Do you want to say a few words about it? Because I didn't want to put the camera in your face.
No, I'm not today. I might when I'm going back down there now tomorrow, so I'm going to see what's happening with the injunction. They're been all right.
Do you want to say a few words?
No, not today.
Not today.
I'm having a day off. Yeah.
You're probably sick of being interviewed now these days.
Yeah, it's like every time I'm going, what am I doing? That was me.
So, yeah, good to see you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, take care.
God bless. Bye-bye. Hi, how are you? Oh, look, she's so cute. Hi, good, how are you? I would have liked to see a much bigger turnout. I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest, but what can you do? We're here anyway, and that's the main thing. Oh, look, she's getting so big. She looks so Irish. Is her mum here? Yeah, she's speaking. Oh, is she? Oh, she's doing great work. You're on your day off. keeping?
What's the story? You sort that thing out wherever.
What thing is that?
Whoever bothered you.
It's with my solicitor. With the guards.
Are you a lawyer?
Yeah, I'm not saying because I love
yeah,
the music. Do you mind if we move over here away from that music? It's a bit loud. Just over there. Yeah, it's just a bit loud. I won't be able to hear you. Yeah, you know my iPhone was stolen like about a year ago. I'll sit you down and I'll tell you
have a
about
proper
another
talk.
time.
Yeah,
Or even a pint if you want.
100%.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just reverse it. Would you
Someone
like
wants to say
I didn't recognise you with your glasses
I know,
on.
yeah,
Like,
I'm going
who's
blind
this handsome dude?
I'm going blind.
What you want to ask me?
You doing a video?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
live.
You
Come on
coming
and say
in?
hello to Trace and the kids.
Oh yeah, too right I will, yeah. Now, how do I turn this around? There it is there. Hi everybody, I'm
How are
here
you,
with
folks?
the absolutely lovely Gav from Finglas and he's running as always. So Gav, what do you think of today?
Yeah, look, it's great to see the people out. Look, it's an important day. We want people to vote no in this referendum. You know, you need to protect the constitutional right of the mother living at home. And like, mother is a very important thing. Like, every man loves their man more than anything in the world. So, you know, every child, the mother is the most important job in the world. It's the hardest job in the world. Every stay-at-home parent, every stay-at-home mother should get a weekly payment. We've been saying this for ages. They should be well looked after, and we support that. So I think that's the way it should be.
Yeah, and you think the mother should still be in the constitution and never erased? Oh. Do you know who's driving it? Who's that driving it? I don't recognise his face. Oh, actually, I do recognise his face. Are you going to be saying a few words?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Sorry. Oh, it's okay. Do you want to say more?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Sorry now, Gav, my phone is...
No problem.
I'm trying to... I'll just turn it around this way.
Yeah, so, no, look, I encourage people to vote no. And if people that don't understand it, vote no. I mean, you wouldn't sign a document, would you, if you didn't understand the writing on it, you know? And it's confusing. It's designed to confuse people. But it's designed. Remember, there'll be loads of repercussions involved in this. It'll be involved in if you break up in marriage and your house, problems like that, payments, the care, disability. You're not happy with this. There's loads of issues with it. So vote no. That's the right thing to do. Vote no.
And what about the durable relationship? What do you
Well,
think about that?
look at it needs to be gotten rid of. Like durable relationship. Why don't he talk about Justin McAleese, Mary McAleese's son of Fianna Fáil, and his durable relationship with wants to lower the age of consent with kids? Here's a durable relationship for you. Or what about a durable relationship with Holly Cairns and Mr. Norris, who Catherine Buckley years ago, a survivor, came out and wasn't happy with his views on paedophilia? There's a durable relationship for you. And what about Roderick O'Gorman's durable relationship with Peter Tatchell? You know, and him deleting files involving the abuse of children. Like these. And when I asked Eamon Ryan the other night, he said no matter what, he supported Roderick. So he said no, I don't think he should resign. So these people don't care about the safety of kids. They don't care about women. So they're demons, if you ask me. Like they're evil people. They're not nice people. And they need to go. They need to be voted out. You want a nationalist government in there that's going to put the people first, that's going to give you better payments, house their people, because their people are being left behind. Like, you know, I've no empathy for all these illegal migrants that have no accommodation in Dublin. That's not my problem. We don't have the room. It was already said that we were full. Send them home. We have to house our own. You know, RTE do a report about flooding or snow on their tents, but do they do a report about our own Irish homeless people in tents? No, they don't, because they couldn't care less. There's Irish people in damp, wet tents every day of the week, and they don't put that up because it doesn't suit their narrative. Kevin Backhorse, you're a scammer. Every one of you, Michael O'Leary, you know, you are right in what you said about Eamon Ryan, but you allowed these people to come into the country through your Ryanair flights to arrive here. Everybody that is accomplice to this will be held accountable at a later date, and you will all, every penny is made from it, and your own money will be took from you and seized from you under the nationalist government. Don't be made a tick of. Vote no, and vote local representatives that believe in community. You know, you see your government. You know, I asked my local representatives in Finglas and Ballymun, 40% of teenage boys are dropping out of school between first year and sixth year. Why? Why is that happening? Because there's nothing for them. There's no future for them. They're emigrating then when it comes up because there's no housing for them. They can't afford a house. That's the reality of it. They end up involved in crime. We need to bring back the community summer camps. You know, when you used to get brought everywhere. It's 90% of kids, nearly 100% of kids that are involved in football, Gaelic or community clubs and stuff like that will never be involved in crime. It's money well spent. You know, 200,000 hospital appointments cancelled last year, including 650 chemotherapy sessions for kids. Yeah, our government put 5 Canadians. Look, come on, you know. Absolutely, it's a joke of a referendum. Vote no. Vote no. Protect the mother. Look, it's women. Come on, lads, get up off your arse and stand up for women, you know. Women fought for these rights. Women fought for rights, right? It's as simple as that. If you're in sports as a woman, a man should not be able to identify as a woman and go into that sport. They fought for their equal rights. And we're trying to, like, the government want to give them away. I say no. Vote no and in the world, you're mad. I love me mum more than anything in the world. I love me dad, but I love me mum more. That's the truth of it. No problem.
God bless you.
Have a lovely day. No
You
problem.
too. Hi, Mark.
Oh yeah, don't put me on fucking all right.
I'm good. Hold on 1 second. There, I have you away.
Don't want me on fucking
No, you're not. You're not, Annie. You're not. How are you keeping?
Yeah, come on,
How's
yeah,
Lorraine?
Yeah, she's good.
She's good. Is she not here?
No, she
No.
wasn't well today.
Is she okay?
Yeah, no, she's good.
Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Hello.
Oh, you're walking.
What the hell is that? Are you going back to
Walking
school
behind
or
the
something?
scenes.
Are you starting a revolution or something?
No, come here. Look in there, look.
Getting there.
Look,
This guy out to spread the fake
right.
numbers.
You see all this?
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
writing a book.
No, this is many different books. This
You're-
is many different brochures.
You're starting a party.
No, jeez, not at all. Not at all.
It's this guy here to
Hush,
put out
hush.
fake numbers. Go up and tell him Article 82 and 86 of the EU Constitution states it's illegal to charge for TV licensing.
Oh.
So why is RTE breaking the law and asking everyone to break the law? And that was
Oh
sent.
yeah, no, my God. Hello, how are you? How's my favourite line? How you keeping
That was
up?
sent to me by
See,
somebody
good.
that
I
works
have it
in
that
the
way. It's not onion.
Yeah,
How are you
that was
keeping?
posted
Yeah,
to
tipping
me
away.
online
Are you
by
still
someone
doing your
who's
lovely
in the
great,
Yeah.
great stalls? And you're doing beautiful work. I have to comment now and again. I hope I don't wreck your head with the comments. How's
It's
things?
illegal
Ah,
to charge for TV
How's your
license.
family and everything?
So
It's just legislation, isn't it?
Yeah.
after the Nice Lisbon Treaties.
It's mad that we're here again, isn't it? Like 2 years later, it's still going on.
Still making the same
They're
mistakes.
still destroying our constitution.
Still making the same
I
mistakes.
think so, yeah. We'll have to have a good old chat.
Hopefully it's coming out.
We'll have to have a good old chat, you and I.
It's on speaker, isn't it?
Well, have it. Oh, I thought I had it covered, but don't worry. It's all good. We're not saying anything.
Here's a tip.
Oh, yeah, I have one of them. Thanks.
Only 8 days to
It
go.
looks real and all, doesn't it?
Only 8 more days to go. Vote no.
Oh, God, yeah, definitely. And the day they have it on your phone as well, Women's International Day or something like that.
All by design, isn't it?
And you hear the propaganda going around on the radio stations, I'm going to vote yes.
Yeah, terrible.
And recently, see the way the tents up here collapsed under the snow?
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Oh.
and the RT bring on a foreign national that was living in a tent
Yeah.
to say, yeah, it was cold and the tent couldn't hold the weight of the snow.
It's terrible. They brought too many of them in, haven't they?
They wouldn't bring on a genuine Irish person.
Grateful, carry on.
Yeah, and I'm not far right, I'm just far from wrong.
Mark, what did you think of the riot? That was nuts, wasn't it? Yeah, it was nuts. What happened? Oh yeah, me too. Oh yeah, I think that. Fighting the garden fire. None of our people do that. We know our
Just to make
people.
people look bad, fair, right?
That's not
general. Yeah, definitely something like what happened on the something fishy. I'm not always yeah, of course, so-called Irish fucking citizen that did it. Yeah. That out there. Only ever off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, cool, yeah. It's a nice beer with your point. It should be cock and balls. No, you're not loyal, pal. Just go, boy, show.
All of this off. You have those relationships there, that's why most people know I'll never forget my phone was stolen on me. Dan, I want to share this, right? My phone was stolen on me after. Oh, you can hear it too.
Yeah.
My phone was. Yeah, it's okay. It's over that way. My phone was stolen after an Irish freedom protest, and one of the guys that stole it was actually there.
No way.
Yeah, he's actually here. And you know, we just all know this.
What did he do? It sneakily or just grab it?
Well, there was two of them that done it together.
Yeah.
And one of them you might know because he's with the country, and the other guy is Dubliner. Here's the thing. He has to speak to me, and I don't
They're working together, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're working together.
So that one distraction, the other fella.
Yeah. And you wouldn't have ever thought you were so back to the air, but I'm not supposed to.
Good. I'm wrong because you follow me on TikTok.
You know, I'll be honest, I never look at TikTok, but I will start watching it.
Start.
Yeah, I will.
Start, right. Please,
I'm sure you send me your TikToks all the time.
I do actually, yeah. But, yeah, let us know later on when you're off.
And you know who he is, you're not very surprised. Him and his buddies, two of them together. And they did it a few days after I met Donald Trump. I met him and his son, yeah. So,
over here?
yeah, in County Clare.
Right.
You like Trump? You have to open up a whole museum.
Back in the garden,
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Can I come into business with you?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, no.
Do you know my idea is to have a hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
That's one of many.
Yeah, I can't wait to sit down.
Another cafe based on Canadian government.
Oh, I love that.
Other things written about human rights. Human rights are in your home.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Canadian rights are phenomenal exception. Right? They don't tell you about your Canadian rights, they tell you about your human rights. You know what human means? Black's Law Dictionary, judiciaries, Black's Law Dictionary.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Don't it's all for it.
Oh,
That's all right. All that shit.
God, I hate
Yeah.
No, I love Martin, and I will
Yeah,
tell
no,
you all
definitely, we'll have to sit
I've been
down.
going through hell for the last year because my man was going by a fake name, right?
Yeah.
So I had to find out what his real name was in order to report him.
Are you here for the day?
I'm here for the day. Yeah,
Well,
go
here, do
for
you
it.
want
If you
to
want to
catch up afterwards?
Yeah, of course,
Look,
definitely.
in a couple of hours or so when this comes to an end. So,
Yeah, I love that. I still have the same phone number. Yeah, so ring me if we get lost.
No, we'll talk to you later, Sarah.
Oh, hi. Good to see you. You look lovely in your fur coat. Your hair's different, I think, since last time I've seen you. You're kind of a bit dark. Hi, how are you? Oh, hiya! Look who it is. Look who it is. How are you? She knows all the news, all the age. I haven't got you on camera, but if you want to say your words, feel I just waiting because it's there. All I'd say in camera was that it's the 1916, come on, the bond must be turning in their graves.
Yeah, loud and clear.
They all of us can use the network with as many women as we can. Yes, I'm sure it's
one of the strongest women
I
I
think
know.
it's the media that really we need to start looking at what they're teaching all the old elderly sitting around in these homes who have nothing else but the television, believing every word on television is incorrect disinformation. That's where we need to start. So we just have to get everybody.
I love your idea. Because we need to like fight the mainstream media.
Yeah,
Have our own
we're a bit off that. I suppose it would be handy to have,
You'll
people
be
that were ready to
brilliant.
go if we were able to replace certain shows, and if we use the law to say that that show is no longer
Louise, you'll be
good.
brilliant presenter.
Yeah, she would, absolutely, yeah.
Could we have the speakers up to the stage, up to the concrete stage, please?
Yes.
Ah, look who it is. Ah, look.
Say hi, Sarah. Girl
Are
Scarlett.
them three girls your daughters?
Yeah,
And even the older girl as well? Ah,
that's summer.
I never met your other daughter.
Hello!
Hey.
Are we coming through loud and clear?
Hell yeah!
Look at all these patriots giving up their Sunday afternoon. Fair play to you all. Listen, we have a great lineup today. We've got some great speakers, great women of Ireland, giving their time to give a bit of a talk on why they're going to vote no next week, next Friday. And I hope all the men will turn out on Friday as well and vote no. So look, the speeches, guys, 3 minutes each speech. We're not going to keep us here all day, but if you can, just lend them your ear. Give them as much of your attention as they can, and just respect what they have to say, because I think you're going to be impressed. So we're going to have our first speaker up today, Adele Gillick. From Wake Up Era is going to do the first speech, guys. So if you could hear her out there, please, would appreciate it.
Good afternoon. To the women of Era, I salute you. We know why we're here today, and we're going to have wonderful people talking about our Constitution. What I'm going to talk about is a little bit more personal. Betrayal. I looked up the word betrayal in the dictionary. It was to be disloyal to a person or persons. And when your mother, who was also born from a woman, gave her last push and her baby was delivered and you took your first breath, and the doctor said, "Congratulations, Mrs. Whoever, it's a girl." And that's when your rights begun, your inalienable rights that came from no government, they came from your Creator. And when your mother walked the floor and checked your breath, and checked your breath again, and checked it again, in case you weren't breathing, even though everyone else thought she was being ridiculous, and you just checked one more time, and then you checked the heartbeat again, that is the mother's love for her children. And when you started school, whether you went in ponytails or pigtails or had your hair cut short because your mammy said, you know, you might get the friends in. Yeah? And the teacher said, "Mahan Colleen, you're a great girl," or the teacher maybe ignored you. And they were your feelings. They weren't a nefarious government feelings. They were your feelings. Personal to you as a woman, as a child, as a female. And as you grew further up and you got your first crush and you thought he was fantastic, and then he gave his last Rolo to somebody else. And that was your experience as a woman, female, well, not mother yet. That was your feeling of heartbreak. And as maybe some of us went to the Debs and maybe some of us didn't, maybe some of us had no money to go to the Debs. And that again was your feeling of maybe being left out and not appreciated. Maybe your mammy did her best and you borrowed a dress. And that was your first time you felt like a lady. And only your friends knew that you had tried a few drinks and they held your hair back, let you do what you needed to do down a sink or down a loophole. And they kept your hair back, then they tidied you up, reapplied your makeup or put you in a taxi. That is a relationship true women have with each other. That's not betrayal. And later on in life, when you decided to go to work or not go to work or have to go to work and you tried to set up a home and a family, whether you had 1 room or 10 rooms or 5 rooms, you tried to make a life for you and if you had family. And you weren't a carer, you cared for your children, but care was more than care bonds. You now were a mother, or you may have chosen not to be a mother, or you may not be a mother yet. But these are all your experiences. These are not experiences, hive experiences they want you to have. We're all just the one. They say anyone can be a woman. Anyone cannot be a woman. And this is what they want to do. They want to break down your family. They want to take advantage of all the women that are carers in this country. And I can tell you, the carers of this country have been let down. And when they lie and they say if you're not married, you'll be left out, you'll be alienated, disenfranchised. Nothing is further from the truth. And I want to say thank you to the people that reignited my love for An Bunreacht and our Constitution. At my age, I get it. I understand what's going on. And these people that don't even know what a woman is, and these women will come back to betrayal. You trusted them. You thought they'd do what was right for you. And I'm here to tell you, these people are jealous of you. And you might think, how can they be jealous of me? I don't have much. I don't have power. And that's where you're wrong. Because you women, you have the power. They're jealous. You have experienced in your long life or your shorter life the tapestry that has woven all your life together. And they can never understand it. And they can never appreciate it. And they never will. These people are degenerates. You could never go down to their level. You would never want to. And they actually think, and I'll just finish up, and they actually think that providing a cheap old pencil, it's a joke, it's pathetic. They actually think by producing an old pencil and a scrap of paper as a ballot box that's fixed, they actually think they can destroy Irish women. And we stand on the shoulders of the women that came here before us and the women that were abused and hidden and swept under the carpet, as if an old cheap pencil could eradicate them. We laugh at you, O'Gorman and Radcar and Ryan. You're more to be pitied. So I'm just going to finish off, and I'd just like to say, I'm not going to name names. There is fantastic people, and women in particular, doing great work all around this country. And there's people doing quiet work. And it takes a lot of courage maybe to stand up in a small town where the neighbours start whispering and whatever because you handed out a leaflet. And women, they're powerful because even though their legs might be like jelly, they gingerly walk past these curtain twitchers and they might buy themselves a little eclair on the way home and they say, well done woman, I'll send another email to O'Gorman tomorrow. So finally, what I want to do instead of giving me a bula bus. I want all the women here to give themselves a bula bus. Raise the roof here in Dublin.
Yes! Hello, Adele!
I remain alive about it.
Brilliant. When I was asked to introduce these ladies, I thought it was an honour. My name is Jeff Gallagher. Some of you might know me. You'll know me by the end of this. But I have to say, the line-up today is just phenomenal. Our next speaker up, Susie Delaney from the Irish Inquiry. Another powerful, great woman of Ireland. Put your hands together.
Hello everyone, can you hear me? Yes. Adele did a great job there of not reading anything off the page. I'm afraid I'm going to be reading off the page if that's okay, because I don't want to forget anything. So, when I hear the government imply they've altruistic motives for this referendum, I'm reminded of something Ronald Reagan once said in a rare moment of honesty from a politician. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. The truth is, there is nothing benevolent about O'Gorman and co. If their mouths are moving, they're lying. Yes. They are as caring and helpful as a fox in a chicken coop. They falsely assert the Constitution says a woman.
Cut the power.
Does anyone have one of them speaker things, you know, one of them?
Hello, hello. Here's the hero, Peter.
Yay!
Hello, hello. Yeah.
Them lefties.
Guys, thanks for your attention, but we'll continue, Susie. So, I'll hand you back over to Susie.
Press the red button then for me.
Sorry about that. Sorry, I'll just find where I was. The government falsely assert the Constitution says a woman's place is in the home. Yet they don't seem to care that not every Irish woman has a place to call home to begin with, and many of them are mothers with young children. Where a woman's place should never ever be is taking our last breaths on a cold hard bed of concrete like Adele Delaney did last week. And my own sister did in a hostel 10 years ago, just 2 minutes from where we stand, where she inexplicably lay undiscovered for several days even though they knew that she was in the building. And what followed was a Gardaí-assisted cover-up to protect Dublin City Council and a private landlord. And I saw the state cares about nobody, especially not women. And if there are women being forced to stay at home these days, it's not because they just want to stay at home, it's because they're afraid to walk around their communities thanks to this government's policies. Sorry, I kind of messed up a bit there. Plenty of women want to stay at home, by the way. I love staying at home with my daughter, just to say. Also, can we just pause for a moment to appreciate how they claim the language of the Constitution is archaic but at the same time they're allowing hijab appreciation days in our schools. And according to girlsnotbrides.org, this government have not met their promised goals in ensuring child marriage is eradicated from Ireland. Nor have they ensured there are enough domestic violence refuge spaces for women. Last month, in response to 500 new domestic violence spaces being needed in this country to meet the demand, Woman and Mother Justice Minister Helen McEntee said, "Ireland needs to be more realistic about how many refuge beds it can provide." Well, Minister, maybe it would be easier to provide them if you weren't so concerned with housing illegal male migrants. Another thing this government has failed to provide, despite it being recommended 5 years ago, is the establishment of mother and baby psychiatric units. Such units don't exist in this country and are vitally needed. Postnatal depression is proven to be even more detrimental to mothers and babies when they're separated. In addition, this government is allowing beds to be taken from elderly women, and men for that matter, to house strong fit males. Over 50 nursing homes have closed in a 4-year period, with 24 of them in the last year alone. The government have also been internationally criticised for refusing to meet the minimum standards required to prevent women and children being sex trafficked into this country. That's happening in every single village and town in this country. Every single one. Small children being sold for sex. Sorry now, I know there's children here, but it's the truth. And here's a few more ways in which they care about us all. They've endangered children in state care, and last year an Irish judge found that a 6-year-old child who was raped had consented to sex, and he dismissed the jury. He told the jury that they had to find this person not guilty or he would. Children with mental health difficulties, intellectual difficulties and autism languish on waiting lists for years, and their families are totally unsupported. They've cut special needs funding to schools in recent weeks, and they put migrant children in windowless rooms in buildings that are fire hazards with no proper fire certs, and they call it humanitarian duty. And then they feign concern for human safety when someone sets fire to an empty building. As I said, they care for absolutely nobody. So what are these amendments really about? They're about attacking the nuclear family, of which mothers are at the heart. Cut out the heart and you destroy society. Destroy society and you create people with no strong sense of self, who are malleable and easy to control, which is exactly what they want.
Never! Never!
These amendments are also about ensuring more immigration. If a yes vote is passed, we may see men reunified with their multiple wives. Ironic considering the government claims they are combating sexism and misogyny in this referendum. And some people have brought to my attention in the last few days that it's possible that the woman and mother aspect of this referendum may have future legal implications for military conscription of females. I'm not too sure about that. There's women who are more qualified than me to speak about it, but it's something we should be really thinking about and wondering about. I think you should vote yes, yes on March 8th, but only if you wish to see the continued systematic destruction of this country and its people at the hands of this morally reprehensible government. And to conclude, I think we here today should call for the immediate resignation of Roderick O'Gorman.
Yes!
His position is wholly untenable, and it has been for a long time now, same with all of them up there. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today, and thanks very much for listening to me, and get out on March 8 and vote no.
Well done, Susie. Susie Delaney, everybody, Irish Inquiry. That hit home. What did Rodrigo Gorman and Vratiker's mothers think of this change, taking mother out of our constitution? I can't get my head around it. They have to be ashamed of their sons. They have to be. They're all nuts. Our next speaker, friend of mine, another great woman, all these great women, Una McCor, barrister, guys. Big round of applause, please.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Great. Lovely to see you all here today. So to get to it, we have a very important event taking place next Friday, March the 8th, involving another example of a waste of state resources, a constitutional referendum, the cost of which is considered to amount to at least 20 million euros. 20 million euros would go a long way to pay for accommodation and support for homeless people, whether Irish or otherwise. But no, this government would rather use it to deceive the electorate into voting women and mothers out of the Constitution, and to do it on International Women's Day. There is no mandate from the Irish people for these proposed changes in the Constitution. So I just want to deal with the two amendments. I know many of you will be familiar with them, but just bear with me and you'll see where I'm going with this. The first proposed amendment, as you know, removes the special connection between family and marriage and provides an additional reference to what constitutes the family, which means it's now going to be founded on marriage and other durable relationships. You've heard this term over and over, so stay with me on this. I cannot emphasize this enough. There is no reference to single parents, lone parents, cohabitating couples in this proposed amendment, as is being widely suggested. This is just misinformation or disinformation being peddled principally by Minister Rodrigo Gorman and by government-funded NGOs, principally the National Women's Council. One could be forgiven for thinking they knew something that the rest of us do not. Now hold that thought, because I'll come back to that in just a moment. So who is the body that is tasked with dealing with misinformation and disinformation during elections? You guessed it, yes, it's the Electoral Commission. But mysteriously, their powers to deal with misinformation and disinformation have not yet been enforced by ministerial order. How convenient is that? This gives a free rein to O'Gorman and his pals. So when you combine that information with the following, I think you will join the dots. This government rushed through this legislation using guillotine motions with little or no Dáil input. They chose the phrase other durable relationships, even though they tell us that it will be a matter for the courts to define the phrase other durable relationships after the referendum in the event of a yes vote. So what do we have in our legal system at the moment that has the exact same phrase, durable relationships? Yes, you guessed it, the transposed EU directive, which is currently being analysed and interpreted by the Superior Court decisions. So expect a plan. The plan will be, in the event of a yes vote, to encourage the courts to adopt the reasoning and interpretations regarding the EU transposed directive. As how else will the courts divine the will of the people? Because, as you know, all we have are 3 words. They have not been interpreted. So how is the court going to interpret them? How is the court going to divine the will of the people? And the only way they can really do that is if they are encouraged to use the same interpretation that they're using for the EU directive. That's something that I think we need to give consideration to. If that happens, Then we will have a further melding and merging of EU law and Irish constitutional law. Another nail in the coffin for our own constitution, and a further step towards the creation of a powerful supranational EU superstate. Job well done. Thank you, Roderick, from the boys and girls up above. Oops, or should I say they, them, it. Have I missed a pronoun? Now, with regard to the second referendum, it's known as the carers referendum. The state is taking away the respect and acknowledgement for women in the home, and also their obligation to endeavour to ensure that mothers do not have to work outside the home due to economic necessity. And they are going to replace it with a very vague article that recognises care between family members, but imposes no obligation on the state to provide for such carers. Thus, what the state is doing is two proposed changes which effectively involves them abrogating their responsibility in two areas. One, by removing from themselves any responsibility for mothers in the home, and two, in the proposed amendment, by leaving it up to family members themselves to care for one another. You're on your own, guys, if this goes through. The use of the word strive to support such carers is meaningless. Strive simply means to try, and it imposes no obligation on the state, contrary to what is being stated out there. So it's utterly meaningless and does not legally oblige or mandate the state to do anything. In addition, and I don't think anyone has really mentioned this, some of you may be aware of it, that the concept of home is also referred to in the two articles that the government proposed to remove from the Constitution. And if they are removed, and if this referendum passes, I would have a concern that a child's right to a home may no longer be protected with the eradication of home and mother from the Constitution. So as a proud Irish woman who can trace her ancestry back generations, I am deeply concerned at what this government proposed to do to the mothers of Ireland. They are showing no respect for women or mothers or the importance of home life. Women of Éire, you are being eradicated. You have been sold out by the National Women's Council, and it's your hard-earned money that is being used to pay them to do it. You are being replaced. We have a government now that supports the contention that any man can become a woman just by means of a declaration. They have weaponized sport against you. We have a government that supports a deeply, deeply disturbing transgender ideology. We now have government ministers who cannot even define what a woman is. This is part of a much bigger agenda, a deep, dark agenda, and many of you here already know this. So as for next Friday, just remember, it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Vote no and no. Bless you and thank you for listening.
Thanks, McCor. Look at all these families, or should I say, durable relationships, is it? I've heard of durable tires, I've heard of durable countertops, durable batteries. Unbelievable. Just before our next speaker, there's another hero. She's not going to come up now, but she's in the background there, and this lady has worked tirelessly over the last few years, breaking down certain laws for all us simpletons to be able to read and understand. And especially the referendum coming up on Friday. She has broken it down into two parts and worked on it for months. Can everybody put your hand together and let's acknowledge Tracy O'Mahony's work. Thanks, Tracy. Two more speakers to go, guys. Our next speaker is community activist and a member of Coolock Ops Out, Meline Ebs. You go to stand there.
Good afternoon. This is an Irish mammy's perspective. Forgive me for reading off the page, I just didn't want to leave anything out. My name is Meline Ebs, and I am a critical thinking community activist. I am here today because I feel I have a duty of care to my 3 children and my 7 grandchildren, and I feel our lives would be completely compromised should these articles be changed. As I said, I'm a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, a sister, and a damn proud Irish woman. As it stands, the Constitution protects women and mothers who want to stay at home. I was born in the Liberties 65 years ago. I was raised by a strong and educated stay-at-home mother, and in all the time I don't know of one single person who has been affected or impaired by the current wording of our Constitution. Even though it was written back in 1937, it was and is a very progressive document. So why change it now? Today I stand with the brilliant and hard-working people of Coolock and the north side of Dublin supporting this no vote. I am not racist, I am not homophobic. I am, however, absolutely heartbroken and horrified to see and witness what is happening to our beautiful little country. I will be voting no and no, because deep down in my heart and soul, I know that anything this government does is not for the good of the Irish people. They have slowly but surely taken away our heritage, our culture, and now they want to take away our identity as mothers. Being a mother is one of the most powerful and complex positions in the world, and only us women can do that. After our Lord Jesus Christ and Saviour, we are the givers of life. It is the ultimate act of heroism. We don't need to change these current articles. We may in fact need to try and make them work better for us with regard to making it easier for women who really do want to stay at home with their infants and children by way of better tax incentives. The future of our country, and indeed our world, depends on the matriarchal structure within the family unit. Since the beginning of COVID, our politicians have completely removed themselves from all communication with the Irish people. They have set themselves up in their ivory towers with their eyes, ears and minds solely set on Europe, the EU, the WHO and the WEF. They want to introduce new legislations with zero obligation to us. I firmly believe that the likes of these referendums are distraction tactics, because when we are all busy trying to understand and figure this out, we are not discussing their disgraceful abuse of power regarding the likes of illegal immigration, the abysmal healthcare system, and we have civil unrest, not to mention the 20 million they are spending on this unnecessary referendum.
Thanks, Madeline. Just another quick shout out to another hero, guys, he's suffering a bit of political persecution at the moment. You'll know this man from Yellow Vest Ireland. He is facing time in jail simply because he took part in lockdown protests and assemblies. And all I'll say is, if they can do it to Glenn Miller, they can do it to any of us. So I'd like to think we'll stand in solidarity with Glenn if his back is against the wall, guys. Alright? Our final speaker today, now this is another woman who just blows my mind with the work they do. It's incredible. And I think we appreciate it, but we don't. Like, a lot of the work goes on in the background. And every weekend she seems to be a speaker everywhere. Yeah, I think there's 3 of them actually. I think she's triplets. But I'm gonna she's a community activist. She's a mother of 2. She's the founder of the Natural Women's Council, professional life and business coach, NLP practitioner, the one and only Jana London.
Make sure that's the right height. Hi everyone, thanks so much for coming today to stand for the women in this country. In case you can't hear my accent, I'm not born an Irish woman, but I've been here 21 years and I call this my home, and my kids were born here. And nearly 9 years ago was the best day of my life. I became a mother. I gave birth to my first child, a beautiful baby girl with the deepest blue eyes that I've ever seen, just next door at the Rotunda Hospital. 5 years ago was another significant day for me. Just 2 years after my late great father passed, I gave birth to a very robust lad who has the same sparkling green eyes, tenacity and zest for life as his grandfather. And I'm blessed beyond words that I have these two amazing children call me Mummy. I have unapologetically made the decision to stay at home full time with my children since the day they moved from my womb to this world. I have never been forced to stay at home. I have never been strapped to the kitchen sink. I enjoyed a very successful career for 20 years, which is what brought me to this beautiful country. And I've always had access to opportunities. I've always been empowered to make my own decisions. I don't think our two female presidents were denied opportunities as women and mothers either. Our Constitution recognizes mothers under Article 41.2.1 that by her life within the home, woman gives to the state a support without which the common good cannot be achieved. I couldn't agree with this more. A mother's enduring love, influencing our children's lives and growing good, strong roots. Is there really any more contribution in society that is more significant than the role of a mother? Article 41.2.2 states that the state shall therefore endeavor to ensure that mothers shall not be obliged by economic necessity to engage in labor to the neglect of their duties in the home. The corrupt political establishment and their agents lied from the get-go about this referendum. De Valera was inspired by a U.S. feminist named Ivy Pinchbeck to insert Clause 41.2 into our Constitution so that working-class mothers would not be forced into factory work because of economic necessity. Ivy Pinchbeck wrote about the conditions of work in factories for young mothers and how some were even forced to leave their children alone at home while they went to work for pittance money. Caring for children at home and not working was considered the premise of the wealthy. De Valera drafted Article 41.2 with working class mothers in mind to protect them from attack. However, they are trying to make women feel that it is offensive, misogynist, and outdated to be a mother caring for her children at home. De Valera has to be protected from economic attack so they can fulfill their fundamental role in caring for children. It could be argued that this article that they intend to delete laid the foundation for a mother's right to Social Security and work-related protection, including maternity payments, child benefits, and home caring pension contributions. By deleting this article, the state will no longer have a duty, as enshrined in our Constitution, to provide financial support and protection to mothers like myself who have chosen to care for my children in the home. William Ross Wallace wrote a poem, "For the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world." It's about the significance of women shaping society, equating our nurturing role to the power that governs the world. Perhaps this is why our government want to delete us and the divine femininity. My question is this: will mothers in Ireland wake up on Mother's Day 2024, the 10th of March, to the breaking news that the yes vote won and the word mother has been erased from the Constitution? Why would we do this? Why would we vote for this? Why is the government and the so-called opposition pushing this? We should be pressing for further legislation under this article, not its removal. The vast majority of mothers would prefer to stay at home with their babies and children. So is it progressive, as they say, to delete the constitutional article that supports this? No, it's regressive. Is it a joke that the government proposed to remove the mention of woman and mother from Article 41.2 of the Irish Constitution on International Women's Day? Is this April Fool's Day come early? Why would we agree to this? Our sex is being erased. No mothers, but rather birthing people. No breastfeeding, but rather chest feeding. The HSE is already stating that people with a cervix should go for their annual screening. So I'm looking around now and I ask all of you men to book that appointment in with your GP for your cervical screening and see if they can find it. This government also tried to erase women from the maternity legislation in 2022, and that's when we founded the Natural Women's Council on 7/7/22, lobbying against the erasure of women from the maternity legislation, and here they are again trying to do the same thing. Erasing women may erase the biological sex-based rights that our women and our girls have. Does this mean that our daughters must play sports against men who claim to be a woman with a penis? Our daughters are being taught in school that girls can become boys. This nonsense must stop. We must not allow our biological sex-based rights, our freedoms, our choices, which are enshrined in the Constitution, to be ripped up before our eyes. Sophia Loren wrote, "When you are a mother, you are never really alone in your thoughts. A mother always has to think twice, once for herself and once for her child." So let's think twice here as we cast our vote next week. It's critical that we all vote no and no for all the women, the mothers, and the families here in Ireland. Thank you very much.
Well done, Jana.
And the last thing I'll say is I just, for anyone on social media, on our YouTube channel, the Natural Women's Council, I just exposed a very, very long email thread questioning why Minister Dara O'Brien is not enacting his powers to the Electoral Commission to stop misinformation. There's dozens of letters. It's a 7-minute clip, and you can see, and I'm on to Dara O'Brien, he could stop misinformation being said. All he has to do is enact those powers, but he's not doing his job, and therefore the misinformation is allowed to be spread using your public funds.
Well done. Guys, big round of applause for all our speakers today, please. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. The only woman I want to erase is Mary Lou. Because when we all vote no, she's going to try and another referendum. No. Mary Lou, no means no. No means no. No means no. And this June, guys, the European elections and the local elections are happening. And there's some people that I trust running. And the people in June that are going to run and try and out those sinister ministers in the Dáil are people like Gavin Pepper, Ferg Power, Michael Burke, Derek Bly, Ben Gilroy, myself, Jeff Gallagher, And Maliki, oh, no, I'm saving the best of that. Before we call Maliki up to close our little gathering, we all know how important it is that we get Maliki Stenson voted and into as a MEP, because I believe the man can make change. So before I call on Maliki up, we have Ferg is going to say a few words, and then we'll finish with Maliki, okay? So just a couple of more moments, guys. Come on, Ferg.
Hi there, folks. I just wanted to read something out that was originally in our native text, Cloud Gaelic, and it's about the sanctity of motherhood and what they mean to us. Your mother is your mother. Nobody can do half the things she does or has done for you. Nobody can be compared to her. Only God can love you more than she does. She is only one person, but it's the person that matters the most. No matter where she is, in heaven or here on earth, there is nothing like a mother's love. All my life I've been surrounded by the strongest women imaginable. My ma, my nannies, my aunties, my sister, my mother-in-law, my niece, my incredible wife, and all the once in a lifetime warriors I've met on my journey all over this beautiful island. They are strength, they are beauty, and they are love personified. They are priceless. They give life, they guide, they nurture, they teach, and they protect our own with a ferocity that is second to none, especially Irish mammies. My precious children are absolutely blessed because of the person they got to call mammy. So get up and get out on the 8th of March and show all the women of our home the love, the gratitude, the respect that they so absolutely and thoroughly deserve. This is our land, our destiny, and our era. God bless all in this fight. Brilliant.
Are you watching Ballybrack?
This little girl, right? See a picture? Ava O'Brien, fit and healthy. Her father Martin is a friend of mine. This is what these monsters in the Dáil are trying to cover up with all the distractions. The excess mortality that's off the scales in Ireland and across the world because of the poison they put in them jabs. That little girl will never get to be a mother. Right? She'll never get to grow up to be a woman. She's passed away. That poison killed her. And every one of them monsters has to be held to account for it. Okay? Every fucking one of them.
Yes! Hold on, Frank. Maliki.
Hang on. Where's the rope? Where's the rope?
Is Maliki about? He's gone to the shop. Okay. What we'll have a bit of music. Ah, here he is. Not like you to be late, Maliki.
Come on, Maliki. Come on, Maliki.
Everybody, Maliki Stenson.
It's great to see so many people here to campaign and to vote to protect your mother, the mother of your children, and the best Mother's Day present you can give your mother this Mother's Day, which I think is next Sunday, is to vote no to protect her next Friday. It's important that everybody here gets out and votes and ensures that everybody else in their family gets out and does the same thing. So get out early, vote no, and then do it again, vote no.
No.
We have listened every day to scandal after scandal emerging from this government. We have O'Gorman still in power, while he presides over hundreds of children going missing under his care in Tulsa. We have a young child who went into care, and we highlighted this last year, but I think Father Tobin mentioned it in the Dáil the other day. A young girl was taken into state care. The state that told us they would protect our children when people naively voted for the children's referendum. And remember, the very same people who told us children would be protected if we had the children's referendum passed are the very same people who are telling you to take your mother out of the Constitution. That young girl went into care, and within an hour she was taken and put into a brothel. where she was found by chance a year later. And I don't know if any of you have seen the film Path to Freedom, I think it's called. Michael, Sound of Freedom, Sound of Freedom. The actor James Cavalier in that says that the trafficking of children industry is the biggest industry in the world. He said you can sell a bag of coke once, you can sell a gun once, but you can sell a child 10 or 12 times a day for 10 or 15 years. Roderick O'Gorman is presiding over that. In a normal society, he would be sacked. And in a decent society, he'd be in jail. There is no reason, it seems to me, in this country that any politician in a government party is sacked. We had Catherine Martin telling us last week that it doesn't matter what it says in the Constitution, it's what we think it says. The whole reason for having a Constitution and having the Supreme Court determine what it says is because we must know what it says. We can't make it up as we go along. They're talking about durable relationships. Mary Baker, a Supreme Court judge, said that could mean sending a Christmas card to somebody. My mother, before she died, every year sent about 150 Christmas cards. Is she in 150 durable relationships? We are living in a dystopian society. If you sat down 20 years ago and said that in 2024 we would be standing here and there would be politicians in this country who couldn't tell you what a woman was, you'd laugh at them. George Orwell, when he wrote 1984, we all thought it was a novel, a bit of crack. And in reality, he was only tipping the iceberg. They intend in this country to take total control over everybody. Only last week they brought in legislation to make everybody an organ donor. And that passed without debate or without discussion. And most people probably tick the box on the back of your license to say you donate your organs if you died. And that's fair enough. That's a choice. What happened My Body, My Choice from a couple of years ago? Now they're going to take whatever they want. And you can be quite sure that those organs will be taken and sold. People will be switched off their machines to sell their organs. The same people who argue that it's right to kill a child before it's born, to kill your mother when they remove her from the Constitution, or your father because they don't want to provide care for them in their old age, they're telling old people that you're a nuisance, that you're a waste of space, and you should be put down. That's the type of society that these political class and NGOs are creating. In this country we have 33,000 NGOs who get 6.8 billion per year of your money. And despite Supreme Court ruling after Supreme Court ruling, particularly in McKenna, about the funding of referendums, they're using your money illegally to campaign in this referendum. And they were told quite clearly that their funding would be stopped. Again, when O'Gorman came out and said that progressive NGOs who don't campaign for a yes vote in this referendum will have questions to answer. What he actually meant was that their funding will be stopped if they don't toe the government line. And we have them then the next day, the National Some Women's Council, who have men dressed up as women on their board, telling women that they don't know what a woman is, telling women and men to take your mothers out of the Constitution. What we should be striving for is a society where mothers are not forced out of their homes to earn money to simply pay their rent or their mortgage. We have created a society where families don't matter, where society doesn't matter. And many years ago, Margaret Thatcher was asked about society, and she said, there's no such a thing as a society. We're only a collection of individuals. Well, Margaret Thatcher was wrong then. She was wrong on many things.
Maggie Thatcher, Mother Thatcher.
But this government and governments right throughout the Western world are intent on the destruction of nationhood. They're intent on the destruction of family. And they're intent on the destruction of our way of life. And it's groups like these and all the people who have come today, the people who are out campaigning on a daily basis, the people who are at our other protests about immigration policy in this country, the people who are standing up and are not afraid to be counted and are saying enough is enough. And the first act we have to do next Friday is to defeat these referendums. And on Mother's Day next week, we shall be rallying in a victory rally all around the country and saying, we are the people of Ireland and we will decide. And we will have decided no on both referendums. Thank you.
Brilliant. Maliki Stenson. We're going to wrap up. Of course you can.
Let us speak. Sheila. Go on, Sheila.
Let's hear it for Sheila.
Sheila here. Campaigner. Sheila for the homeless.
I never
Sheila from the mother and baby home.
I need a granny now in 2 weeks.
The mother and baby home. And also with a community called Survivors Unite at last. And we are saying no. The Magdalens are saying no. The industrial institutions are all saying no. No.
No.
No. No. No.
Hello, Sheila. To the mothers.
The mothers who never lived. The mothers who walked and the mothers who suffered horrifically. And I'm glad that I lived to tell the truth and the tale from behind the walls.
Keep fighting.
And we will not stop. We are saying no. No one will tell us any different. No one controls your mind. And nobody else has the right to tell you. You have to say yes. When you have your own mind, you will make your own choice. But the choices are this. It's no. No.
Hello, Sheila, the great women of Ireland. We're going to wrap up now, guys, and hopefully everybody will go home in peace. We will respect the Garda. The Garda will respect us. I'm going to finish with a bit of music from Savannah and Tiana. Oh, beautiful names, beautiful names. So we're nearly there, guys. A bit of music.
They're gorgeous little girls, aren't they? Look at their long red hair, aren't they lovely? Good to see. What shoes are you wearing? I'm wearing them today. They're gorgeous.
How are you all?
I'm fine.
Just one thing I want to say. I love my mother. And I love the mother of my children and my granny and my kids. Right? There's no way this is going to go through. And if it does, there's something wrong with the people in this country. So a little song for you, to all the gangsters. Enjoy.
Right, girl, turn around and give us a look at you.
Whoa, our little land is dying and she's dying very fast.
Girls.
Because the greedy gangsters in the door are selling all their land. They're trying to kill our heritage and kill our culture too. But the worst thing that they could have done was piss off me and you. We blame O'Connor, Leo and Mary Lou.
Yes, Mary Lou.
We blame Mad Murphy and his drugged up and thieving crew. What they don't realise
'cause they haven't got a clue that there's more of us than you. Bunch of tools, bloody fools. Oh, Mr. O'Gorman sent a message to the world in lots of different languages. He said all are welcome. You don't need a passport or documents or papers too. You just come to Little Ireland and we look after you. Forget the natives. We blame O'Groomer, Leo and Mary Lou. We blame Mad Murphy and his drugged up Antifa crew. What they don't realise, 'cause they haven't got a clue.
You ready?
Woo!
Is
that there's more of us than you. Woo! Over 14,000 Irish homeless living on their land. There are enough homes to house all the moms with brand. The Irish are slowly waking up because you push too much on us, and we are standing up. We've had enough, we're fighting back, yeah. We blame O'Groomer, Leo and Mary Lou. We blame Mad Murphy and his drugged up Antifa crew. What they don't realise, 'cause they haven't got a clue, that there's more of us than you. Oh, they're trying to call the family, and you know that it won't last, because the Irish mothers are awake and our grannies are all mad. The men and women who fought and died to free our land, oh, they're turning in their bloody graves, 'cause they don't understand. Who do we blame? We blame O'Groomer, Leo and Mary Lou. We blame Paul Murphy and his drugged up Antifa crew. What a joke. What they don't realise, 'cause they haven't got a clue, that there's more of us than you. This for the kids, ready? This one's for Jaden and the twins, they like to sing it loud. Ready? When I say Leo, 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 they say ew, ew. And when the Irish are together, this is what we show. Isn't that what a protest is all about? Right, one more time, who do we blame? We blame O'Groomer, Leo and Mary Lou. We blame Paul Murphy and his drugged up Antifa crew. What they don't realise, 'cause they haven't got a clue, is that there's more of us than you. Is that there's more of us than you. Is that there's more of us than you. Bunch of fools. Brilliant. Future. When I thought this day couldn't get any better, I just got a bit of news there that Susie Delaney and Stephen Kerr are also going to run in the local election. Oh, some quality there, I tell you, June. Some quality. Right, guys, we're going to finish up now with, we all know, Tracy O'Hanlon, the national anthem, folks.
Right, everyone, get the tricolours flying. Sinna Fina Fall, Atá Fui Gallagherin, we dar slew, parting the wrong in good. Way boy
Shantira Shin Sharfasta Miok Fuin Tiram Na Fuin Troll Anok the Hem Sabarna Will Leganer Gil Kambash no Se Legana Skri Filamak Napier all together. Shalif Kali.
Go in peace, everybody. Thanks for coming today, especially all our friends from the country had to travel up. Thank you, and spread this all on social media, guys. Get the country out on Friday, the 8th of March. No.
Dee, would you like to say
Thank
a few
you.
words?
Now we got that out. That's gone. That was brilliant. Yeah, you as well.
I'm loving your blonde.
Everyone is stand over here. That
Yeah,
day.
come on.
Yeah, no problem. Over the side, one of the no-go.
Oh, thanks a million. Well done.
Win for me, ma'am.
Hey, Dee.
Go on, ask me whatever you want to ask me.
Would you mind holding that microphone, love? Thank you.
Look at mine to yours.
Thank you.
She get one of them big, put out the
breeze.
breeze.
Where did you get that?
You get it online. I'll tell you now in a minute. Look, one, I'll hold her
Hi,
up.
everybody. This is Dee Wall. Dee, you're a mother, aren't you? How many
I am
children do
indeed.
you have?
I've got two boys, two beautiful boys. One in their mid-30s and one in their mid-20s.
Lovely. And how do you
Go
feel
back a
about
little
them trying to erase women out of the Constitution?
It's absolutely a farce of what this government is trying to do. But what they've got to remember to do, every year on the Easter Rising, they read out a proclamation at the GPO themselves. So they're contradicting the proclamation that they actually read out at the GPO. The Constitution gives us our inalienable rights that they are trying to take away from us. They can't take them away because they didn't give them to us. God did. They're our inalienable rights. But what they're trying to do to this country is put it back to the Stone Ages. That's where they're trying to put us. Under the thumb, like years ago, like the Black and Tans stood on the throats of the Irish, toughed them out of their homes. I've one lady who's panicking last night that a landlord after 24 years is selling the house and the council have refused to buy it. Just like back in the day when the Black and Tans tore you out of the houses, they're going to tear this woman out if she doesn't make herself homeless. And we have another Annie Delaney frozen to death on our streets of Ireland. Also, she was a mother. And this is a mother also that they're trying to do this to. We've a young lad that was found in Finglas in the park after Annie Delaney's funeral, found frozen to death in Finglas. You take mother away, you take the heart of Ireland away, and we the people will not stand for that, and we will not allow it.
And another thing as well, they're using all their NGOs, aren't they, Dee?
The NGOs are called non-governmental organisation, but yet they're being paid by the government to stand on the throats of the Irish people. And most of these NGOs are non-nationals standing on the throat of the Irish people. You've got to remember that, people. Thousands and thousands of your pay packets going to pay these people to stand on your throat, and you can't even afford to pay your mortgage. Remember that. Remember that, people, when they mention the word NGO. Non-governmental organisation paid by you.
And would you agree, Dee, that if we allow all of this yes vote to go through, that would mean that every foreigner can bring all their different wives, therefore we have an issue with, immigration as it is?
All their different wives, you're talking about like polygamy there, polygamous marriages. What people don't realise, and I done a stream on this last week, is in 2017, a Lebanese man came to Ireland with his second wife. And his second wife had a visa to come. He couldn't get one for his first wife. So he took the Irish courts on, with the help of the NGOs, from the taxpayers' money, to fight the Irish courts to change it to suit his narrative of bringing many wives to Ireland, that you, the taxpayer, would be forced, remember, not willingly, but forced to provide for, while you are struggling in your own home.
Auntie, can I ask you a question? I hope you don't mind me asking you this. But were you a stay-at-home mom when you were?
I was indeed. My husband went out to work. My husband has worked since he's 13 years of age. His first job was in Green Shield Stamps, way back when, where the ILAC Centre is now. My husband has worked all his life. He wanted me at home with my children as I wanted to be with my children. I've been with them from the day that they came from that hospital into my arms. And they have not been raised by anyone else in that home but me. But when I could go out to work, did I go out to work? You better believe I did.
And can I ask you, like, what age were you when you went out to work? Just curious.
I started work at 16 years of age, 17 years of age, and worked all through the beginning of the marriage. But when the children came along later on, I stayed at home with the children.
Lovely.
And that's what mothers do.
Can I ask you, what age were you when you had your first child?
It was later on. We were 12 years married before the first child came along.
Oh
Yes.
God, so were you like
12 years. We won't go down that road.
in your 30s or something?
We won't go down that road. We won't go down. We have medical reasons and whatever, so we're not going to go down that road. But my children, yes, I was, we say, 30-ish, early 30s. But in saying that, a mother's place is not in the home if she doesn't choose it to be. There's no one being forced to be in the home. And the Constitution does not say that. It says the contrary to what these governmental liars, cheaters, traitors are telling the people of Ireland. But unfortunately for those people, the people in rural Ireland don't know the truth. They only know what they're being told by fake news, RTA. Thank you.
Brainwashed, aren't they?
Exactly.
And are you going to run in the next election day?
I'm not.
Why not?
I'm not going to go into that either right now. People have been asking me to run for council in Ballyfermot and whatever because they don't trust what's there. We've got Sinn Féin, we've got People Before Profit, and we've got, oh my God, I don't even want to go down certain names with certain independents that volunteered. They volunteered without any kind of meetings with the people to give the De La Salle school up to at least 900 unvetted illegal men to destroy the area that we have fought so hard to keep in check. We've went through hell and back to keep it a nice area, and these just volunteers that don't live in the area. One of these councillors live in Ballyfermot, but the other two don't live there, and they volunteered that school. But thanks, it was an Irishman that bought the school, and he didn't go there. But there is plenty of flats instead of houses being built there instead. But these councillors are not wanted by the people, especially Sinn Féin and People Before Profit in Ballyfermot.
I just want to say I love your live streams.
Thank you.
They're so natural and raw.
Well, if anyone else wants to see them, they're up on overdwall.com is where I am, and that's where it's called the Truth Channel, and it's where you will hear the truth and the facts. And it's at the moment here today is on No Bows on Instagram, and the reason it's called No Bows is because I don't put bows on it, I tell it the way it is.
I never changed Dee. And Dee, you're a true Dubliner, aren't you? You were brought up around.
I was born and reared in the inner city, yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
you're like the real draw.
Yes, but I'm 45 years in Ballyfermot.
And can I ask you a question? Was your mum and dad inner
Born and reared.
Yeah, yeah.
Born and reared.
Same as me as well.
Born
So,
and
Dee,
reared.
thanks for
And
this.
their mother and father, and their mother and father. Yes, all from the inner city. So,
never change, keep being.
I won't. Thank you.
Over now. Thank you. Gives a hug. Brilliant.
Nice.
Keep in touch.
You asked about why you was that age, because that was medical reasons. They should have that. Oh, that's still on! Get the microphone in the hand and I'm speaking. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You still have that. It doesn't matter. You still have that on. Be careful what you say. But if there's a question like that, you shouldn't go without saying it to the person first. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know you didn't. knows. He thinks that's a dog. Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, of course I am. That car probably thinks it's right.
You see this in the right through to how many cases am I had to go through? 13. 13 cases. He went in there telling the judge a load of bollocks. You're not this, you've no right to do this. He told the man how to do his job and all this bullshit. And it was more or less threatened of with contempt of court, and he's put her out because it's all a load of bollocks. It's all a load of shite.
I love your
you
hair,
go
see.
back and it'll be gone.
I love my hair that colour blonde. Do you do it yourself?
I used to always get me
how
high.
you do it that blonde.
Come here, I'm going down to the counter.
No worries. Good to see you.
I'll be back to you in a minute.
Yeah, take care.
Oh, thanks so much.
Hey, how's it going?
Something that was forgotten about here today, a man who sits up the road in Mountjoy who refused to call a boy a girl.
I'll definitely mention him now in this. Definitely. It was a great day, wasn't it? Great turnout.
Finished up here, we should have all gone to Mountjoy.
Yeah.
We
should have. Good idea, good idea. Hey, why are you keeping look? Here's my fellow. How is she? You're looking like an army girl, but I love your style.
There was no doubt where I was going.
Do you want to
coming
say a
out
few
my car.
words? Do you mind?
No,
not today. You're on. Are you speaking here today?
No.
How's you and your children? How's your dad? Your dad's here.
That's not my dad. You're mixing somebody
Oh,
else.
okay. Did I not meet him at the Ballymun protest? No, was he not
I don't know how he said it last year.
Oh, is he? Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
Maybe I heard him wrong that day. You
hold on,
make clothes, don't you?
That's right,
Yeah, I
yeah.
might come to you someday. Look at Parliament road dress.
Yeah, no problem. I actually made one of them for a girl there a few weeks ago. Hold on.
Oh, do what you have to do. Well done, that was brilliant. I'm so proud of you. You really rocked the crowd as always. Where are you going? He's going for something to eat or?
Free healthcare, free accommodation, free everything.
They will twist everything.
Left behind 14,000 Irish kids. Their government don't report that properly. 4,000 children in emergency accommodation. The media put all over the news the other day about a load of people, illegal male migrants that they brought into the country in tents in the snow. Well, how come all over the media they gave the coverage? But why don't they do this about the Irish people in tents every day of the week where the rain is pouring all over? Children missing in state care. Deleted files by Roderick O'Gorman. His department admitted that they deleted files involving the abuse of children. But Channel 4 and RTE and all the big main news will never report that because you are only for yourselves. That's the reality of it. You are state broadcast.
Fake news.
No, we're going to call it as
Fake
this.
news.
You it's fake.
No, let me finish.
I'm not finished. And that's at the state care, right? Roderick O'Gorman is in photographs with an Englishman, Peter Thatcher, who wants to lower the age of consent with children. And he talk about durable relationships. Tell me, Justin McAleese, a Fianna Fáil, what's his durable relationship with Peter Thatcher? He's in photographs with him. Suck Dems, Holly Kearns with Senator Norris. What's her durable relationship with him? Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
When Christine Buckley, a survivor, she called him out about his stuff on paedophilia that his views on it. Will you report that? Absolutely not.
No, you won't.
Channel 4 will go home and do what Channel 4 always does, the same as RTE. You're paid for by your state and your country, just like RTE. You don't care about the taxpayer. You don't care about the Joe. So I'm for people who have been left behind, working class mothers that have been left behind. The state doesn't care about them, and neither do you. End of.
Well done, Gav.
Ireland belongs to the Irish.
Go on, Gav. Go on, you go, Ted.
Will you put 17
Oh, hi. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah.
I love your hat. Where's Dave? I've been looking for him. Where's he gone? Like, he didn't know I was. Hi, how's it going?
Going live at 4 o'clock this morning.
Oh yeah, no, I was testing the thing. I'm fucking scarlet because I tell you, no, I was in my bed and I was making sure the fucking thing was working, you know, and then I had to delete it really fast. Do you know where Dave and his dogs? Dave and his dogs.
Yes,
Oh hey,
hello.
how's it? How are you keeping?
Grand,
Good to see you. To see you. Good.
Yeah.
We got a beautiful day, didn't we? Thank God. Yeah, we did. Oh, there he is. There. How's everything? Did you think I'm actually not putting it on?
No.
I think I'm eating like a pig. I've been eating ham for the last 3 days.
Looking, I was like, Jesus Christ, she's so skinny.
Oh, thank you. So you have a lovely figure yourself. Sure, you're only mine. You're only mine.
No.
The correct response to that is
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But Jesus, even me son,
But,
you know.
but you know what but means? Disregard everything I've just said. Now I'm going to tell you what I really mean. You just say thank you very much.
Yeah, I know what she means now.
Yeah. Oh no, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So do you.
And I
You
love
look
when
really
you're on.
good. Sorry, I'm
when
nearly
you're on the
choking you
bus-
with this.
When she's on the bus and all, like it's this, you know what I mean? And then she puts her saucy pics up, you know what I mean? And I go, fucking bitch. Fucking, I'll have to say something nice here.
Come on, we did it ourselves.
Listen, even one time I think I told her if I was on the other side, I'd be asking you out on a date. I posted that.
Well, if I ever decide to turn gay, you know.
You'll be the first.
I think,
First to be list.
I love the Irish banter. Where would you be without it? Today was great, wasn't it? I would have loved to see a much bigger turnout.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not the quantity, it's the quality of people. And we're all good people here, you know? I think anyway. Yeah. But one of the teeth that's all my friends here. Yeah, he's actually here. I'm just trying to see. He was here. I can't see him now at the moment. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah.
Because I know you were saying he was trying to ask you out and all or whatever, and he assaulted you or something.
Well, the one that's actually assaulted me isn't actually isn't here, and he's lucky he's not, because you would have seen me kick off. Like, I'm a nice girl, but as I say, one of them is actually here, and I'm starting to think that there might be a few people involved because they.
Yeah, I know that.
So I'm gonna have to my pause. But anyway, yeah, he thinks.
How do you get your phone out of your bag?
He went to the toilet. They're gonna run her. Two of them
All right.
gonna run her out the door. Off the counter.
All right.
And then the next day. I can't say because you know yourself. But yeah, he thinks he's getting away with you.
Unbelievable.
He's trying to do good times.
You know what I mean? Like the audacity of it.
Oh yes.
The audacity of it is unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Two of them have been gone for 16 years.
Right.
And all I did was the driver
My daughter's phone was robbed. She went to the police station. She said, it's in those flats there. We can't do nothing about it. She says, I'm after getting text messages from blackmail for money because she's very proud of her body, let me tell you. And there might be fucking naked photos on that. And
I have a few of them myself.
And like she posed like you all the time, you know what I mean? All the time. She's a beautiful body, you know what I mean? And I've always said, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Show her out. You know? And so she's an achy person. I brought her up to 8, you know, even when she was 6 months old, she didn't want clothes on her, you know what I mean? We have an out the back nude in the fucking thigh section, you know what I mean? But
it gives a a young woman confidence, you know.
They were blackmailing her, saying you were going to put these pictures up on the internet and everything, you see?
Yeah.
And the police wouldn't do anything for her. The police wouldn't do anything for her.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm giving the guards a let me down, but I'm going to name it.
Yes, you have to.
No,
Yeah,
the absolute cheat.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to think that it's like there's a few of them in on it.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't want to see me ever get into crime. So they want to get the dirt out of me off my phone.
Because I told you when you were doubting yourself, no, go for it. Go for it because if you don't.
Hi, Dominic. Sorry? Your bus is coming, is it?
No, you might want to press this.
Well, what's happening? Sally from Sally. Oh, yeah. I feel him in action.
Because it's a scam. The guy is scamming the Irish. The migrants are coming over here and encourage to scam the Irish system. They've been sent over messages in 8 different languages.
Sorry. Hi.
And it's not just the migrants. If they
Gary?
come illegally, yes, they need to be sent home.
Hi, Dave.
Simple as that.
But I just, on that point about the guards, and you might be the guards thing, like, I suppose that's what's at the heart of
Yeah, they're very naive if you do.
Is that
Break the heels today, it's something. Okay, they're liars. The minute they open their mouth, like everybody.
Excess debts all over.
Everybody that's paid in the government that are elected representatives of this country, every single one of them are on grade and training. They're lying to the Irish people. They're on a different agenda. They're on an agenda for the World Economic Forum, the UN. It's a cultural Marxist communist agenda. Follow the money. Follow BlackRock. Follow Vanguard. People who they want to make economic units out of people here in America. They want to dilute them.
She's saying that it says in the Constitution. Oh, that's a man down.
I've never been.
Well, come here. Welcome to the revolution, my brother. Welcome to the revolution.
And down in the Franciscan fighting, we were told Ukrainian women and children are going in there. So we're outside protesting because we heard before that no, it was men, right? So I said, women and children will walk away. So we did walk away. I have proof. I have videos of my phone. I said to my wife, come on, past the mother friend. And they go, any more than people going in there. An African man, an African woman, none of this happening. But why we lie to an African man, an African woman, right? And then another African man went in. They weren't Ukrainians. So why we being lied to? You're saying to me, trust people? No. Why we lie to? So the country's going to lie and take it out of Carlo.
And we're not being replaced. Because we're being replaced. This is where men were shot dead and they're put there underneath for any standard. Okay, that means a lot of money. And it's showing a lot of every other Irish. That's what it is. It's simple. This is our homeland. Okay, you should feel the same way if you call yourself Irish. But you don't, because you have no pride in your nation. You've no national pride. You're working for these corrupt shower of shills, paid shills, helping to destroy society, helping to destroy the family, promoting LGBT nonsense in schools to children, yeah, and promoting this mass migration. What's going on?
What is far right? You just called us far right there. What is far right? Now, what is far right? Let him answer one question at a time. What is far right? No, but you just turned it down and you said you're far right. I said to Philip, you're far right. What is far right?
So I think, like that great replacement thing, that's a far right.
What is far right? What is far right?
Define it, yeah. Definition.
It's a Marxist thing to show people look when they don't.
Go down to O'Connell Street and have a look at the population down there. Look around you. There's no Irish people left in the centre of Dublin. This is Dublin, Ireland. It's not Dublin, Islamabad. It's not Dublin, Tirana in Albania.
Again, define far right.
What do you mean? You're going off and you're disappearing. When I'm spreading out a fact to you, you're disappearing.
You can print far right. Define far right for me. That's what I'm asking you.
Can I just say something else here? just want to say something. See this hotel here, Central Hotel, Tullamore. Do you know who's living across the road from this hotel? A friend of mine called Alan, right?
Channel 4.
And, you know, he's in a camper van. The camper van's in bits, right? TD's promising this, promising that. They've done nothing for him, right? Do you know who's living across the road in this hotel? A whole load of Ukrainians. He went in to get his phone charged. He was given out. The residents of the hotel don't want him coming in charging his phone. They don't want him there. Ukrainians in the hotel, right? I've nothing against Ukrainians, but this is an Irish man in our country that's been told, sorry, there's nowhere for you. Sleep in your camper van that's full of mould and damp. Now, tell me then we want to trust politicians, yeah? Yeah, a bunch of liars, what they are. Can you do something for me? Can you go and try and help out in the person through the wall? Have a chat with him. There's the hotel there, see? Everyone's getting involved.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Thanks for doing that very much.
I was going to ask about the size of the integration.
Hey,
You want to plug that? That's to plug in.
It's plugged in.
Oh, that's a mic.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi everybody, this is Philip Dwyer. Everyone knows who he is.
Somebody sent me your stream here, and I sent it on. I didn't do a stream today, but I shared it, right? So I hope people. Look, I'm here. I'm not a legal. I'm not a big expert in all of this, but as I said, the government are telling you what to vote for something. You don't. You vote the opposite. They're trying to take mother out of the Constitution. They're trying to destroy the family. They're trying to open up the doors for mass migration by this phrase, durable relationships. Absolutely crazy. Can't be defined. It's like hate. It's like far right. They have no definition for it, and they want to stick it into the Constitution. I've been listening to Michael McDowell a bit. I said I'm not going to come across here as a legal expert on this, but I say to everybody, just vote no and vote no. Anything this government wants you to do, I would say to people, just do the opposite. That's your starting point, and then do your own research after that.
Philip, do you think they're going to rig it? You know, they're going to use the NGOs. They're going to do what they did with the abortion referendum. Would you say that's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean they have social media. They own social media. They own social media. They did it with the abortion thing, with Facebook and all this, the algorithms and all that. The ballot boxes, what they did in America, what they got away with in America, in my opinion, they'll try it here. We have to keep an eye on every ballot box that goes from the polling station to wherever it's kept overnight and make sure they're not interfered. I wouldn't trust any of them as far as I throw them with votes, but we have to go through that process. Do you know what I mean? We have to go through that democratic process and hope to God, because the other option isn't worth thinking about. Like, do you know what I mean?
Trump is going to be re-elected again?
That's a good question. Like, it depends how much fraud they get away with, the Democrats. I mean, or they'll pull maybe a stunt to another black swan event to mess up the election. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They got away with these electoral postal votes the last time, right? Yeah. So to me, it looked like it was a complete fraud. Now, I can't understand how Trump let them away with that. I can't understand how Trump hadn't got some kind of federal officers at each polling station to make sure that nothing illegal went on, right? I just don't understand why because he was president at the time, but it's hard to know. Look, between Biden and Trump, I'm not a huge fan of Trump. I take Trump any day of the week. But anyway, yeah. He's going to get elected now because I'm after endorsing him, you know that?
Oh, you're so good. Thank you so much. Come here, what do you think of these durable relationships?
Yeah, sure, I don't know what it means. It's like far right or hate, you know what I mean? It could mean anything they want it to mean. Yeah. So it certainly probably will mean that Abdul from Islamabad would bring over his 4 wives and his 16 children, and they'll go on social welfare and get a couple of free houses. Don't get just one, they'll get a couple of free houses, you know. That's what it looks like it's geared to me. And Roger O'Gorman as well, by the way, he's very up to speed on European law, so they know what they're doing here. They're putting in a vague phrase like that. As I said, one of the legal experts with Michael McDowell says, like, they're building the house and then they're telling you they're going to put the foundations in after they build it. Like, do you know what I mean? Which is, it's crazy. You have to have precise language in a constitution, and they're great at not having precise language in our government. You know what I mean?
I just want to say, Philip, you've been doing brilliant work, and I always share your videos as well.
Yeah.
And thanks for your bravery, you know. And yeah, so.
Well, look, I don't know what else to do. We have to do.
Leaflets, yeah, we will do. That's when they start there. Are you walking down? See number 2 there, is he?
No, I don't know.
Oh, that, no, I thought he was with you.
Are you going down?
Yeah,
Down
are you
there,
going
Jeep?
to the council?
Yeah, I'm going down now.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going down now?
I've never met this lady before. What's her name? I'm Sarah. Lovely to meet you. I love our little petite women, like. We're so
If anybody can get someone to go out to the outside Tullamore there,
Well, I won't be going out.
yeah, well, someone,
I won't be trapped for any of them out.
yeah, but Alan's he's in a camper van. And he's been there, he's homeless now 8 years, right? But he can't move the camper van because
There'll
he's
have to
waiting
be
for
someone
someone to
from
come down and fix the
Tullamore then
engine.
to do it.
No, but he needs even people to come down. He's on suicidal, he's talking about trying
Yeah,
to
but he's
suicide.
going to have to get someone
And
down there.
he was going
to
into
do
the
it.
hotel, he was getting the phone charged up, all this, right? And now the residents of the hotel, the Ukrainians have said they don't feel comfortable with him being there. No, they are Ukrainians, but they're saying they don't. Sorry? People have been in touch with the TVs and all that. What you want to know? What's her name? Is it
Carol
Nolan?
Nolan.
And she fucking blocked them off the page and everything. There's
Did
one
she?
for you, yeah.
Carol
I tell you, what could you help me?
Oh, they did, yeah. So they all
Very
pretended.
surprised to hear that.
I was shocked.
I thought she was a nice woman.
So did I thought she was different, but no.
You give me your details.
Because I know people, I have messages there of someone that I know in Carlo, she's been trying to help as well. I have 2 brand new sleeping bags, right? They were supposed to be for the number 20.
Can you put this? I'm going to switch. Can you see that wire, that tin wire? Can you put that in my bag? Yeah, can you put that in here?
I can,
Just
but you
there.
want to be watching stuff like that in that part of the bag.
Yeah,
Seriously.
well, you can put it in my bigger part.
Hold on.
Thank you.
the
I'm
bigger
still,
part,
I'm
right,
still
I'll put it
actually
in the bigger
recording,
part,
so
yeah.
I'm going to switch it off.
Oh, you were recording?
Yeah, no, well, I see. Dominic told me my phone had gone off, but I didn't realise it was still recording.
Well, I
so-
don't mind that being mentioned about Alan. Alan's across the
No,
road from the
no,
hotel in Tullamore, and he's in a camper van. He was going in. There was some nice staff in there that was letting him. They were letting him charge up his phone.
I'm just going to
Now
finish
they're saying,
this.
yeah, well, now they're
off.
saying that they don't want him charging up his phone anymore in there because the residents there, the Ukrainian residents, don't
Yeah.
feel comfortable with him coming in.
Oh, wow.
And he's living across the road, living in a camper van.
Nuts. I'm just going to.
That's your leaflet in
Oh
there.
yeah, hold that for me. I'm just going to finish this off.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna. I'll
perfect,
be
yeah,
only
yeah.
a second. Oh yeah, thank you. Hi everybody, I hope you enjoyed my live stream today. I interviewed a good few people. I hope you really enjoyed the speeches as well. So it was an honour to be here surrounded by all the beautiful Dublin Irish women. And yeah, onwards and upwards, please God, the no vote will win. We know if it doesn't win, it just means that there's going to be more immigration coming to Ireland. Ireland is full at the moment and we need to start deporting people who have committed a lot of crimes. They need to get out of here. So yeah, I'm absolutely freezing cold. Thank God the rain stayed away and the skies are blue. And yeah, I'll be spending the year protesting like I always do. And thanks a million for supporting my live stream. And if I do decide to run for Dublin Central, please give me your number 1. Thank you.
They wouldn't answer, that's what I asked them, what's